Get ready for the biggest stories hitting your feed right now. We start with TikTok rolling out a major change in the UK. TikTok is launching a new ad-free subscription for just $3.99 a month, and we dive into exactly what this means for users aged 18 and over, and how this move compares to what Meta is doing across Europe.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, we have an incredible human interest story coming straight from Manila. We follow Filipina breadwinner Dr. Fatima Alzara Didi as she used the power of TikTok live selling to raise tens of thousands of pesos to fulfill her mother's dream of performing the Hajj pilgrimage. And you won't believe the incredible dedication it took. Now, the focus shifts to the regulatory battleground in Europe. The European Commission is taking serious action against addictive designs on platforms like TikTok and Meta, with President Ursula von der Leyen calling for potential age limits on teen access and targeting manipulative features in their Digital Fairness Act. And finally, we look at the trend that is shaping how we all live online. Your weekly TikTok report is turning into intense self-surveillance, forcing users to aestheticize every moment, and we break down why this trend is so pervasive and what it reveals about our digital consumption habits. Don't miss the rest of the news. Subscribe now. TikTok is introducing a new paid subscription service in the UK designed to remove advertisements. Titled TikTok Ad-Free, the service will be available to users aged 18 and over and is slated to roll out over the coming months at a price of £3.99 per month, equivalent to approximately $5.40 at current exchange rates. Subscribers will enjoy an ad-free feed, though they will still be exposed to content from creators who have received paid or sponsored posts. The move comes as TikTok seeks to adapt to evolving digital advertising landscapes. The UK remains TikTok's largest market in Europe, with the platform reporting that over 30 million Britons were using the app in June, representing about 43% of the country's population. This initiative follows Meta's introduction of premium ad-free subscriptions for Facebook and Instagram in Europe in 2023. A move that was partly framed as a response to EU regulations concerning personalized advertising. Social media expert Matt Navarra commented on the broader trend in the industry, suggesting a shift in user expectations. He noted that the dynamic is evolving from a model where users use the app for free in exchange for personalized advertising to one where users either accept being profiled for tailored ads or pay a subscription fee to opt out of them. A Filipina breadwinner has successfully funded her mother's Hajj pilgrimage by leveraging the power of TikTok live selling. Dr. Fatima Alzara Didi, a family medicine specialist, turned to the platform after realizing the substantial financial burden required to send her mother on the holy journey. After expressing her struggle and seeking advice online, a follower suggested utilizing TikTok's live streaming feature. Dedicating hours after her full-time job, Didi sold over 6,000 soaps, earning enough commission to cover the 350,000 peso cost of the pilgrimage. This venture was fueled by an engaged online community that connected with her personal story as a first-generation doctor and breadwinner from a small town in Tawi-Tawi. Didi shared her journey of overcoming financial hardship, emphasizing that her openness about her struggles resonated deeply with mothers who share similar aspirations for their children's futures. She noted that her online community, affectionately nicknamed the Culitism community, provided significant initial support. Through consistent live sessions, Didi managed to accumulate the necessary funds by November. Her 61-year-old mother, Mimbung, successfully performed the Hajj in Saudi Arabia in May, expressing profound gratitude for how selling soap unexpectedly facilitated her dream. Didi credits the success to the sincere intentions of her efforts, stating, "I realized that when your intentions are sincere and good, people will genuinely support you throughout your journey." The European Commission is intensifying its efforts to protect teenagers from the addictive design features prevalent on major social media platforms, including TikTok, Meta, and X, in a significant move. Ursula von der Leyen, president of the EU's Executive Commission, called for stricter safeguards, raising the possibility of implementing an age limit for teens accessing these services. Von der Leyen stated in Copenhagen that the core issue is not access, but rather the platform's design, asserting, "The question is whether social media should have access to young people." She highlighted the escalating risks, citing sleep deprivation, depression, anxiety, self-harm, addictive behavior, cyberbullying, grooming, exploitation, and suicide. The Commission plans to target addictive and harmful design practices within its proposed Digital Fairness Act, DFA, expected later this year. An expert panel is currently preparing advice on the regulatory path. Von der Leyen indicated that pending the panel's findings, the EU could propose a legal framework this summer, potentially including a social media delay. The DFA is set to ban manipulative practices, addictive features, and misleading influencer marketing on digital platforms. Von der Leyen framed these concerns as stemming from business models that commodify children's attention, calling for stringent limitations on AI usage in social media. Specific platforms were named in the pushback. The Commission is targeting TikTok's addictive design elements such as endless scrolling, autoplay, and push notifications. Furthermore, the EU is addressing Meta, believing Instagram and Facebook are failing to enforce their minimum age requirement of 13. The new regulation will also strengthen the Digital Services Act, DSA, compelling large platforms to take greater action against illegal and harmful content. The Commission is actively investigating TikTok, X, and Meta's Instagram and Facebook. Investigations also extend to X regarding potential risks from deploying Grok in the EU, including the dissemination of manipulated sexualized images. Meanwhile, legal actions are ongoing. Europe's top court recently ruled in favor of Italy's telecoms watchdog against Meta, requiring compensation for publishers using article snippets. Separately, TikTok attempted a final effort to remove its designation as a gatekeeper under EU rules, which mandate adherence to tougher standards. A new trend on TikTok, known as the REPORT, is sparking conversation about online self-surveillance and the aestheticization of daily life. The trend encourages users to create slideshows that recap their weeks, tying activities to the letters R, E, P, O, R, and T: reading, eating, playing, obsessing over, recommending, and treating. The format typically begins with a setting-establishing image, followed by 6 subsequent images corresponding to the acronym. Videos often adopt a cottagecore aesthetic, presenting a curated view of a life prioritizing activities like reading, mindful eating, leisure, and self-indulgence. While the trend appears lighthearted, cultural reporters suggest it exemplifies a broader pattern of self-surveillance on social media. Users feel compelled to publicly document their consumption and activities, such as logging books on Goodreads, rating movies on Letterboxd, or showcasing meals, to gain validation. This creates an expectation that one's life must be constantly monitored for public consumption. The content analysis points out that this trend, and social media in general, influences how individuals engage with their own experiences, potentially shaping what they choose to read, eat, and enjoy based on what photographs well for an aesthetic feed. Experts note the inherent dilemma of participation. Refusing to join the trend risks being labeled a hater, while excessive participation risks being seen as merely chasing clicks. Ultimately, the trend highlights how the pursuit of online validation intertwines with capitalist participation and the constant need to perform an idealized version of one's life.